Alright, welcome back to video number 3. Thanks for joining me. What we're going to be working on is this photo right here. So I'm going to start each video with the final edit, so that way you can see what we're working towards and how to get there. So this is a photo I took in Texas. Or no, I didn't take it in Texas. I got Texas on my mind from the last 2 videos. But yeah, this is a photo I took in Long Beach, California. And as you can tell, it was super foggy this day. It wasn't nighttime. It might look like nighttime. But yeah, so we're going to be working on this one. And I'll just show you the before and after for right now. So this is before, sorry, this is after, and that's before. So pretty big difference. And I'm going to be showing you guys the process for how you get from this to this. This one was actually kind of difficult because I just didn't know what I wanted to do for it, but I think it came out pretty good. So let's go ahead and start. This is the original photo here. So we're going to go ahead and go to crop, and we're going to, I think the photo is too long. I don't like how there's so much space up here. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and put it in 3/4 instead, and then I'm going to bring it down. That way he's more on the third line right here for the rule of thirds. If you don't know, it's just a composition that's pleasing to the eye. It's called the rule of thirds. But we're going to go ahead and put him right in the middle for some symmetry on both sides, and the rule of thirds. There we go. Okay. Next, for this photo, let's go ahead and just go to the optics, get this out of the way. We're going to go ahead and put on our corrections. And next, I'm going to clean up the photo a little bit before we work on any of the lighting or color or any of that. There's little pieces of sticks and whatever else is in the photo. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So we can go to our tool here, just the little eraser on the right, just put it to remove, use generative AI. I think I get the best results with that. And we're just going to start getting rid of some of this weird stuff here. So remove. That looks good. Can't even tell it was there. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Remove. And that one there. That one there. I don't like that one. See, I don't know why when I click it once, it automatically just removes it, but when I drag it, it makes you have to go over and press remove. I don't like that. So just take our time cleaning up the image. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. Get out of my photo. Alright, I think that's looking a lot better. So let's see, before and after. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. It looks way better. Yep. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start messing with the light. I'm going to bring down the exposure because I want this to be a dark, moody photo, and I think it's too light right now. So I'm going to bring it down quite a bit, actually. I think I'm going to do like minus 1.5. I mean, that'd be a cool edit too if it was just like all super bright and he was just the only dark thing. Maybe I'll do another edit for this and I can show you different edits for just this one photo and different kind of moods and stuff. But let's bring it down to one. What the? Oh shit. Okay. Minus 1.5. Okay, where's my mouse? What is going on? Am I blind? Okay. I guess I just don't have a mouse. I got my mouse back. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, let's continue. Contrast, let's leave that alone for now. The highlights, I think I'm gonna bring up just a little bit. Let's put it on 20 for that. And the shadows, I think, see, if I bring the shadows down, he stands out more and you can see him better. But if I bring him up, it seems like it's just foggier and he's just more like distant. You're looking through more fog. And I think I'm gonna put it up. Let's just bring it up by 20. The whites, let's leave the whites alone. The blacks, I'm bringing the blacks down to like 10. Okay. Next, so we're gonna use some masks. I don't think I've used any masks. Actually, maybe I did in the last video. But we're gonna use some masks here, and we're going to basically we're gonna draw your eye to where I want you to look, and that's him. He's the main. He is the main subject of this photo. So I want you to be looking right at him. So we're gonna darken it up, and the top and the bottom dark, so that way your eye gets drawn to the middle where he is. And let's do minus 0.5 for there. Okay, so he's sandwiched in there. There's just a little slice of light right here, a little turkey slice of light. All right, so far we're at before and we're at after. All right, we're getting there. Okay, so the main thing, this photo, if you want to make it like this, you can tell there's a big difference. Wow, I got that crop just exactly the same. But we need to change the color temperature. So let's bring down the color. Bring it down, like, I say 45. I mean, I could go look and copy all of my other settings where for my, oh my god, my mouse is gone again. This is awful. But I could go and look at the other photo and copy down all the settings that I made. But I want you guys just to follow the process on how I actually go through. Oh, there's my mouse. What the hell? For how I actually go through and get it to how I want it to look without copying and pasting. Yeah, so we're not gonna really mess with the temp or the saturation or vibrance at all. There's not really any color in the photo besides like the blue that I just added. But we're gonna do the main color and just the color grading right here. But first, we're gonna go to our curves, and I'm gonna put my 3 dots in here so that way I can affect the shadows, midtones, highlights. And we're gonna bring these shadows down, down, down. Bring it around town. Yeah. Yeah. That looks good. Midtones. Ooh, a little contrast. Okay. Yeah. And the highlights. I'm actually bring my highlights down like that. I think that looks better. Sorry if I'm mumbling while editing. Just really get into it, you know. Okay. And you can see the curves before, after. Looking good. Now let's fine tune. Let's fine tune these curve adjustments. I kind of want him, I don't want it too light because I want him in like the dark. I want it to be dark in the photo. Maybe, okay, I'm probably just gonna leave it how it is. Now this is where most of the data in the photo is. And bring it down a little. I don't want the blacks to be too black. So I'm gonna play around with this. Okay. So after my curve adjustments, I went from here to here. And that looks a lot better. All right. Now, I'm gonna go back up to these sliders here and just get exactly how I want it. I think we're going to bring up this mask down here. It's a little bit too dark. I kind of want it to lighten it up just a tiny bit. Ah, gosh, I always do that. Just 1.4. Yeah, I'll do 1.4. Oh my gosh, my mouse. Okay. So let's check our contrast. Actually, let's leave the contrast alone. Let's check our highlights here. I'm gonna bring the highlights up a little bit. I don't want it to be too dark up here. So I think I already had it on 20. So we're gonna leave it on 20 if that's where it was already. Shadows. Okay, we're gonna bring the shadows down. Minus 50. The whites. I'm gonna bring the whites down. Minus 20. The blacks. So let me have the blacks before now. So all right. So far that looks good. And let's check contrast just a little bit. We're gonna put just a little bit of contrast. 10. Now we're gonna go down to, I forgot to change my effects here. So I'm going to bring down the texture actually. I'm gonna do quite a bit. I want everything to be soft in this photo because of the fog. And we're gonna bring this down 25 and dehaze. So if I wanted to dehaze the photo, I could get rid of all this fog. If I, well, not all of it, but it looks like that reminds me of what is it, DreamWorks? Like the guy fishing. I think that's what that is. That reminds me of. If I wanted to, so I can push the dehaze to the right and get rid of it, or I could actually add a little bit more to make the fog, like make the fog stand out a little bit more, and I think I'll do that. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go to our color, and this is where we will put whatever colors we want in, whatever colors our heart decides. We're gonna do something like a slightly towards the green side. I think like that, but that's way too saturated. Get it where we want it. Okay, Now we're adding that color into the photo. So that's before we did the color grading, and this is after. Just adding some blue into there. And we can change the blending too if we want it to be more blue or more towards kind of how we had it. I'll leave that alone. We can change the balance. This goes back and forth between like what we have in the shadows and highlights. If we want more of the blue in the shadows or more of the green that we put in the midtones, we can kind of favor one over the other. Okay, so before and after, and now let's check my main photo. Oh shit. Okay, well I guess I wanted a real saturated look this time. I'm trying to decide which one I like better. Yeah, I didn't add a lot of color into this in my first photo. I added a lot of color into the shadows, that's why. Maybe too much. Maybe I was smarter last time. Actually, I don't know how much I got so much color. Jeez. Let's see. Oh, it's because I put this lower. So we're gonna do 47. We'll do halfway in between. Check the lighting though. The lighting is pretty close to the same. There's so much more green in this photo instead of blue. I don't know. You guys can tell me which one you like better in the comments. I'm stuck. I like them both. Well, as you can see, you could kind of do whatever you want with these, especially if you're shooting raw. Well, you guys can tell me in the comments which edit you prefer. As of right now, I think I may like the first one better. I think I may like this one. Lighting is pretty much the same. I mean, I got that down. It's just the colors are a little different. The blacks are a little bit more black on this one than this one, and there's a little bit more contrast. And it looks like I also took something out took out this sand for some reason on the first one. But okay, let me know which photo you guys like better. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, all those things that you can do. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.